Okay, so week 2. Okay, that looks like I'm doing an Asian thing. Okay, that sounded so lame. I keep burping. It's so weird. I had Mexican for lunch. That's why. Restart. Oh. Oh, that ruined that whole line. Well, apparently both of my girls are asleep way before their bedtime. That's gonna be a problem tonight. I get so embarrassed when people walk by. Okay, these beginnings are gonna get better as soon as I'm not so awkward. Okay, so we're on week 2, and I'm gonna go through the different things that have happened this last week, and it has been a whirlwind. The week before Christmas, one of our directors unexpectedly quit. And what a director is we have our visionary, which is our CEO, which is my dad. We have the integrator, which is myself, and I'm the COO. And then we have 4 directors. We have our sales and marketing director, we have our creative director, we have our manufacturing director, and we have our finance director. So our directors have a pretty heavy role in directing their whole function. So our sales director quit unexpectedly, which put us into this whole planning mode. Like, what do we want to have happen? Where are we going? What was she doing? What roles do we need to learn? And what was working? What wasn't working? And actually took out everything that we were going to be doing the first week of January and coming back strong and doing planning. Now we were coming back and just trying to gather everything so we can figure out how to proceed. And that happened right before Christmas. So since then, we've been putting things in place. So then we'll fast forward to last week. Last week we only worked a couple days, and we were getting feedback. So we were meeting with people saying, okay, you know, what's your perception here? What's going on? What are some ideas that you have? So we've been putting it all together in a plan. And since then, we have started steadily working, moving forward. So today what we did is we did interviews all day long. So I started this morning at 8:30, and then we've had someone interviewing every 30 minutes. And what this has done is it's helped us see the wide variety of people that are interested in the position and the ideas that they have. We've had a lot of people that have had good ideas that are internal that I wouldn't have expected it to come from. And that's something that I really learned today, is that people that I might not consider for certain positions have been thinking about things that I haven't been in the position to understand. I haven't been getting the work that they have coming in, so I haven't been able to say where we're lacking and where we're doing really good. So today there's been a lot of really sitting back, trying to learn, and then interacting with others that could be in this director position. This director position is so vital because it's this team, our director's team, who is going to be my team as I transition into CEO. So whoever I bring on, I need to be very confident that I can work with them. I need to be able to have that trust factor there and say, okay, we can build the business together. Right now, we're more as co-workers. Being the COO, I do manage them, but there's a difference when I'm saying, okay, you are my people as I'm transitioning, and I need to be safe with you. So there's been a little bit more of a thought process going into this director position than what I would have thought in the beginning. And so we've really been trying to figure out what the sales director does. So it's really got me thinking, what is it that I know and what is it that I need to learn in these 260 weeks so that when a director quits or when something happens, I'm able to dive in and either patch the holes myself or get people to patch the holes because I know what's going on. In this case, I didn't know everything that was going on. So there's a lot of things that are coming up that have surprised me. And in the future, I'm hoping not to be surprised as much. So I'll begin. Okay, so this is, I'm not going to be looking at the camera because I'm driving, but I wanted to record this. So I just did a little piece for my my YouTube channel at work, and I was talking about how one of our sales director left, and you know, I touched on some of the surface stuff, but as I was driving, I was thinking, you know, I kind of missed some of the deeper stuff. You know, I put on there the things that, you know, you tell everyone, oh, you know, our sales director left, and you know, now we're moving on and planning. But I missed the core, the thing that really affects you. So when you have someone that you trust, and someone that's been in the business, and someone that you've been working with for a while, all of a sudden leave, it kind of feels like a breakup. It feels like, oh man, you know, this sucks. You know, I'm having to start over. What went wrong? What didn't I see? I didn't realize that there was problems going on here, and it's a pretty emotional couple of days or a couple of weeks. And when that happened a couple weeks ago, you know, it's like you go through the 7 stages of grief. You know, at first you're like, no, this isn't happening. And then you go through some, you know, anger, like, how could they do this? And then you go through, you know, bargaining. And anyways, you go through all of the different things in your head because you're actually having to work through losing someone on your team. And you know, if they were performing or not, there is still a sense of loss, especially with me, as I don't have a department of my own. So my closest coworkers or my department is the directors, and so to lose one of the members, it kind of, you kind of feel a little bit at a loss. And so the part that, as I'm going through this journey to become CEO, is I'm really going to have to learn to create meaningful relationships within the organization, but then to understand that people leave without putting some of that hurtfulness onto the next people. There's something about it being a family business, is it starts to become a part of your identity. And so when you have a revolving door and people are coming in and then they're leaving, they're coming in, you start to feel like people aren't going to care about the business as much as you. And so then you tend to hold on to things more, and it creates this perpetual problem in that because you're holding on to things, people want to leave. So part of the thing I'm going to have to learn is how to have a relationship, how to be okay when they go, and how to still trust people when they're there and be open with them when they're there, so that they feel appreciated and they feel a part of things. Yeah, but the whole experience has been it's been very interesting, because also things that I should have seen that were going on when the sales director was here, I missed. You know, certain people unhappy, or certain things not being followed through. So now that the sales director is gone, I'm finding out a lot. You know, a lot of people unhappy, and this is where I need to look at myself and say, okay, Tania, you were the sales director's leader. Where were you? Where was the accountability? Why didn't you go in and confront some of these problems that obviously were happening head on? And I have to learn how to recognize those things immediately, how to recognize them, and then how to have the skills to deal with them moving forward. And so I've gone through a lot of self-analyzing and say, okay, what could I have done? What do I need to do in the future? And then how can I learn from this? And so I'm going to be looking at different books in leadership, and I'm really just exploring to say, okay, what are some resources that I can look at so that the next time this happens, hopefully it doesn't happen, but we will always have turnover. The next time it happens, I'll be better prepared. So, okay, I'm home now. Just thought I would put in some more information.